So in this video, we're just going to talk about finding the perimeter and area of a rectangle. Now, so we have this question: find the perimeter and area of the rectangle below. So we can see we have a rectangle here, and then the longer side, that is the length. So the length of this rectangle is 12 centimeters, and then the width, or some people call it the breadth, okay, is 5 centimeters. Right, so how do we find the perimeter? What's the formula? So for a rectangle, the formula for the perimeter, so P will be equal to, okay, 2 brackets length plus width. Or sometimes we can just put it as 2L plus 2W, where L is the length and W is the width. So they're going to give you the same answer. Okay, so the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle can be, you can say 2 into bracket L plus W, or 2L plus 2W. So let's input that. So the perimeter of this rectangle, P equals to 2. Our length is going to be 12 centimeters, plus our width is 5 centimeters. All right, so 12 plus 5, that's 17. 2 times 17, that's going to be 34. So the perimeter of this rectangle is 34 centimeters, meaning that if you start from a point here and go around this rectangle, you have 34 centimeters. So that shows the idea of a perimeter. Now for the area of a rectangle, that's very simple. So area is simply length times width. So that's going to be 12 centimeters times 5 centimeters. And that's going to give us 12 times 5 is 60. And our unit is going to be centimeter square, because we're having centimeters times centimeters. So the unit for area is going to be centimeter square, or whatever square. It can be meters, feet, inches, whatever, but it's always going to be squared. Okay, so if we remember the formulas, then we're good to go. Then let's try some other questions now. Find the perimeter and area of a rectangle whose length is 8.5. So we have L is 8.5 here, and width is 3.5. So we have some decimals, right? So what's the formula for the perimeter? 2L plus W. So that'll be 8.5 plus 3.5. And what is 8.5 plus 3.5? That's going to be 12. That'll be 2 times 12, and our perimeter is 24 centimeters. So the perimeter of this rectangle, so we can draw it, we can visualize the rectangle like this, something like this, where this will be 8.5, the longer side, the length, okay, and the width will be 3.5. So the area of this rectangle will be 8.5. So let me just put the formula again. So area of a rectangle will be length times width, length times width, which is equal to 8.5 times 3.5. Okay, so 8.5 times 3.5, that will give us 29.75 centimeters squared. So let's always remember the units. It will be centimeters squared. All right, last one. So we have the dimension of so find the perimeter and area of a rectangle whose dimension is 11 feet by 7 feet. Okay, so I'll just bring this out again just to visualize it. So 11 feet by 7 feet just means that the length of the rectangle is 11 feet and then the width of the rectangle is 7 feet. Okay, so when you hear things like this, dimension of this is 11 by 7 or this by this. So the first number is usually the length and the second number is usually the width. So you hear this in things like maybe for land issues or you hear that kind of thing or you're trying to take measurement for something. Yeah, so the length is 11 and the width is 7. So let's plug in our values. So the perimeter will be 2 L plus W. That will be 2. What's our L? 11 plus 7. Okay, that will be 2 times 18. Means the perimeter of this rectangle will be 36 feet. Then the area, simply length times width. So that would be 11 times 7, which is going to give us 77 feet square, but you can just say square feet. Okay, you can write it like this. You can just say feet square like this, or you can just say 77 square feet. So that's the general term that's used. Okay, you can just say square feet, or you can write it like this. Okay, so I think this is all and more. There will be more for squares and trapeziums and areas and perimeters of other shapes. So thank you and have a nice day.